Everybody. Today I'm in the kitchen, which doesn't happen often, and I'm making queso. And it's the recipe that I've been making for a while. It's my favorite. It's delicious. Really easy to make. It's not my recipe, unfortunately. I got it from my cousin Courtney, who found it online. It's actually a Today Show recipe, so go figure. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is pretty much all that you need for the queso. The recipe calls for milk, but I'm going to use half and half instead and just see how that goes. It calls for 3 cups of cheese, and you can use pretty much any kind of cheese that you want. It does suggest maybe like a Colby Jack or a Monterey Jack, but I found these 2 cheeses at Aldi. So it's a queso fresco and a Havarti cheese with jalapeno, and then just some Monterey Jack. So I'm going to shred those up. Diced tomatoes. It calls for 1 large tomato diced, and I don't know if you could see the carbs on here. So it's 3 net carbs for a half cup. So I think maybe I'll just use half a can of this. It calls for an onion. I like to use red onions just because, just for color, and then also jalapeno and cream cheese. So we'll get started. I also diced up the onion. It calls for half an onion and a jalapeno. And we're going to put these in a pot and kind of saute them for a little bit. But I haven't even shredded the cheese yet, so I'm going to do that. Constant, unlike these human beings. So I'm shredding all the cheese. The queso fresco cheese that I got, the circular one, it kind of just like crumbled. Which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I don't know, I've never used it in queso before, but I think the more variety that you have in all of the cheeses that you use, the better it's gonna be. That's how I feel. So all of this cheese, most of it is 0 carbs. The queso fresco is less than 1 gram of carbs. And this recipe makes a ton. Like, I normally, have a lot of it, and I'll freeze some of it and just keep like a little bit in the fridge all the time, or my husband will eat the entire thing. So you can never go wrong with too much queso. Not enough queso is the problem. So I did the cheese. This is probably way more than 3 cups, but we're gonna see what happens. I didn't use all of the cheese. I still have a little bit left of each one. Now I'm just gonna get the pan ready so that I can do the garlic, the onions, and the jalapeno. Slow cooker to low for 1.5 hours. I like to kind of get it warmed up a little bit while I'm putting the ingredients in. And then we just start throwing everything in. So here we go. Real love so hard to find. Just when you think you found it, the illusions in your eyes, it blinds us all. So be careful where you look for love. Just be careful where you look for love. Yo, that's why I let the moon shine. Cause through the time I've been confused on how to move. Stuck in between what wasn't and what could be the truth. High, still up trying to escape these demons in my room. You see, it's no chains dropping, we learn to maintain. So then I just put the lid on it and I let it sit for about 1.5 hours, but I do like to check on it occasionally because I'm pretty sure it's probably going to need more milk. The recipe calls for a half a cup of milk and then extra in case you need it. But since we're using half and half, I definitely used a little bit more than that, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more in a little while. But we'll see how it goes. And I'm planning on, well, listen, the whole queso thing came up because my cousin Courtney, we used to make homemade like cheesy gordita crunches. So we would get soft taco shells and hard taco shells and then put this queso in between them, and then obviously fill it up with taco meat and all that kind of stuff. And it was so good. But now I'm thinking I might get some ground chicken and I don't know, put some taco seasoning in it and just make like a taco salad and put the queso on top. I don't know. We're about 1 hour in and it smells so yummy. I probably should have cut the cream cheese up a little bit before I put it in, but I think it's fine. And I don't think I'm gonna need milk like I thought I was. I think I put a good amount in before. The queso is done, and it's really good. Like I said, this recipe makes a lot, so I'm probably gonna put some away in the freezer. I made my ground chicken with taco seasoning, and now I am about to shovel it into my mouth. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.